Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're gonna try Fahrenheit by Dior. So it's already been a couple months. I got this one and I think it's now time to do a proper review. But before, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the bottle and tell you that this is a new bottle. I don't remember exactly which month I bought it. Maybe something like April, May, early June, maybe this year. And I bought it in a store. So that means it's 2020, maybe 2021 formulation. So it's a new bottle. It's not an old formulation. I know some people will eventually ask me if I don't say it. So the bottle looks like this with little, hard to see like this, with a little Christian Dior logo there. There's nothing really special about the atomizer and the little cap. Here's the box. So now we're gonna go with the smell. The first thing that comes to me is some spiciness. I would say that it's from the nutmeg. But when I start to analyze it, I would say that the nutmeg is not the most present note. It's really present, but it's not the most present. Then I'm picking up some violet leaf, and you probably heard that it smells a bit like gasoline, that fragrance. And for me, it's really the violet leaf and the leather accord that give this. I don't really get any gasoline vibe on paper. Maybe like a little bit to an extent. I could imagine that it would be a bit similar to gasoline. On my skin though, I do pick up the smell of gasoline. Picking up a little bit of leather, but barely. For me on paper, it's mostly violet leaf and nutmeg that's present. Picking up a little bit of bergamot also. I would say it's a bit floral, but I see there's a note of nutmeg flower. I wouldn't say that there's nutmeg flower. And violet is really distinctive, especially it's violet leaf and not violet flower. So I would say there's probably other notes that are floral that are there, but it's really underneath everything, and there's a lot of floral note, and none of them I can really identify as this is the floral note that I'm picking up. And also might not be able to pick it up. It's really subtle, really in the background. And I'm picking up a little bit of chamomile also, and this is all I'm picking up on paper. On my skin, I'm picking up a lot of leather and violet. I would say the violet is more intense than the leather, but both of them are pretty intense. For the whole life of the fragrance, this is pretty much the two notes that I would be able to smell intensely the whole time. As it dries down a little bit in the heart notes, I'm picking up some nutmeg also with that mix. In the opening, I'm also picking up some chamomile and some cedar. And I would say that the cedar is probably part of the accord for the fragrance, because cedar is often used in leather accord. Also, there's a lot of Isoe Super in this fragrance, and I can pick it up not quite in the opening. I would say that there's some roundness in the fragrance that is present and you can feel it. And also the cedar note is probably coming from that specific element, the Isoe Super. But as it dries down, there's some kind of ambery note that's really present in the dry down. And this is really caused by the Isoe Super. There might have other stuff that make that notes, but it's present and you can detect it, especially in the dry down. Also in the dry down, I'm picking up a little bit of vetiver and a little bit of tonka bean, but I would say it's not quite tonka bean that I'm picking up. It's more aroma chemical that give me the feel of tonka bean. Might be coumarin. I don't know if there's coumarin in the ingredient. It doesn't say so in the box, so it might be other ingredient, other stuff that gives a little bit of a tonka bean feel. So the fragrance lasted on me about 7 hours, and the projection was average. A little bubble around me, people were able to pick it up. And for the complete note breakdown, top notes are nutmeg flower, lavender, cedar, chamomile, mandarin orange, hawthorn, bergamot, and lemon. The heart notes are violet leaf, nutmeg, cedar, sandalwood, honeysuckle, carnation, jasmine, and lily of the valley. And the base notes are leather, vetiver, musk, amber, patchouli, and tonka bean. Now where I would see this fragrance, I would say that it's a bit special how it's made. The fact that there's leather that is a really rough and powerful note, and really that brings power and strength, and a violet note that's really seductive and also that is really elegant together make a really special contrast. I would say as a business fragrance could be really nice. It would depend what you wear with this fragrance, how it will be perceived, but it could be nice as a business fragrance. As a dating fragrance, I don't think it will be so good. It's not quite the style, and also the note of leather and gasoline. Some people might be put off with this. In the summer winter spectrum, it will be hard for me to put it in any category. Me, I was wearing it in pretty high temperature in summer and everything, and I was good with it. Like really in the heat wave and stuff like that might be a bit too much, but still I was able to wear it in summer, though the smell is a bit more wintry. Would probably work on both. A lot of people say it's really powerful and intense, and on me fragrance tend to be smooth, so I won't really say which one it is. It might be good for pretty much every season, which is really rare for a fragrance. I think this is how we'll say it. It would be good for any season. And as an everyday scent, it's not quite the fragrance for that. You will be able to pull it off if you really love it. It will last the whole day, and not quite the whole day, but pretty much the whole day. So it will be good. It will be okay for an everyday fragrance, but it's not quite a style, and you need to really like bold fragrance and like the smell of violet and leather. It's really special smell that a lot of people might not enjoy. So I would say it's not an everyday scent, but you could pull it off if you want to. And who would see wearing this fragrance? You know, it reminds me a lot of cars somehow. Maybe the gasoline smell, but there's also some car smell in this fragrance. I would see someone that works with car, that enjoy cars. Maybe say I see it more as a business fragrance. Maybe car salesman or a garagist. Maybe someone that like to do race either legally or illegally. This is who I would see wearing this fragrance. So hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, well, like and share. Also, if you tried Fahrenheit or maybe the old version and the new version, tell me what you think about it. Also, if you tried any other flanker of Fahrenheit, tell me what you think about it. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.